Thank you to the Pediatric Trauma Society for the opportunity to present. The goal of our presentation is to identify methods to engage community groups in injury prevention initiatives resulting in successfully reducing pediatric injury rates. We have nothing to disclose. Injury is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality for children. Injury prevention initiatives often dismiss input from affected communities, which can result in distrust, resistance to prevention interventions, and ineffective outreach. We evaluate the impact of community guided, local evidence based prevention initiatives on injury rates. Injury data on the CCHMC trauma registry was obtained by abstracting medical charts of all patients who were treated in the ED and released, who were admitted to the hospital, or who died in the ED or hospital as a result of injury. Denominator data was held constant using the 2010 census. Extracted geographical data aided in identifying high-risk communities labeled by zip codes to operationalize the geographic scope. If a patient's zip code from the trauma registry was found to match a targeted high-risk zip code, the injury was assigned to the intervention group. All remaining injury records were assigned to the non-intervention group. Our injury prevention team developed our work in solidarity with the community members. In 2012, we engaged our first high-risk zip code community by sharing injury data. Over the next year, we fostered engagement, built trust, and identified community partners. All of this allowed us to develop a collective purpose and shared ownership of our work. Through this engagement, we both listened to community concerns, which included bed bugs as a source of great concern, and built awareness around injury prevention. Dedicating time to hearing and addressing community concerns delayed implementation of our injury prevention initiatives, but was crucial to the success of our partnerships and efforts. Community guided outreach models for home, wheeled sports, playground, and child passenger safety yielded successful and scalable interventions. Outcomes resulted in 2,299 in-home safety visits providing free home safety equipment and installation, 674 free bike helmets distributed with proper helmet fitting education, 16 community volunteer-driven playground builds, and over 800 free car seats distributed with education and installation instruction. While injury rates decreased in both intervention and non-intervention communities, over our 8-year period of engagement, we saw 3 times the rate of reduction in our intervention communities, which decreased by 30.5% compared to the 10.9% decrease in non-intervention communities. Implementing a continuum of engagement strategies driven by sharing local data and seeking community input can effectively influence the rate of success of community partnerships and injury reduction. A collaborative approach to implement specific injury prevention interventions can have significant impact over time, but it will take time, and in some cases, flexibility and focus to build effective relationships and better implement injury prevention interventions. Thank you for your time, and thank you again to the Pediatric Trauma Society.